Hi, welcome to today's lesson on liner work. So we're using a couple different liners. This is my signature liner and my value pack liner. All right, and I already pre-stroked a little bit of flour here because I'm going to show you something. I'm going to do the flour a little bit later. But we use the handle of the brush to dip dot so that it's got to be fresh paint so we get nice little dots. And so this is the handle I use when I'm doing dots. All right, just to let you know that up front. And I'm using my multi-surface paint. I have sap green. That was my daffodil yellow, by the way. Licorice, and put my finger right in it. Licorice and cobalt, all right? I don't know if I'll use the cobalt. I put it there just in case, all right? Now, what I'm going to do is show you how we load this liner, all right? So I'm going to come here, and I usually do green because we're going to do curlicues and butterfly bodies. All right, so watch this. I'm going to pull this over slightly so you can see me go into the water. All right, it's my basin here, and I'm going to dip water, and this is what people do. They dip and they shake it off. They dip and they tap it off. So I need you to dip in and come straight to the plate and make circles. So I'm out here and I've got the brush laying down, see? I lay it down so that when it comes around and grabs some paint, grabs some paint, grabs some paint, and I do that quickly. All right, and then I'm gonna dip again, and I come here and do more. I like to do a nice sized puddle so I can do my whole project without having to mix it again. All right, now what I wanna share with you, every once in a while I'll go get more water, but what I wanna share with you is we don't want it watery, all right, and we don't want it pasty. All right, that's really thick. And some people water it down just slightly and they still are thick. All right, so I want it mixed in here just right. It's like Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. All right, so just right means as I pull it out, it doesn't go watery. It does just what I want it to do. All right, so rewatch that a couple of times and clearly go pick up paint and bring over. All right, and then every time I roll it and pull and I'm ready. All right, because it will drip on the bottom. All right, so now this is what's going to happen. I'm going to hold up my brush right here, and then I come to my first knuckle. So I want it straight up and down, and my little finger is going to guide me. So if I want loops, 1, 2, 3, and come down. Oops, I wasn't supposed to be touching. So then this is what I do. You practice with water first, with just plain water in your brush. But now this is what we're going to do. We're going to take, and I'm going to make circles, and I'm slowly, you got to concentrate. Your little finger's doing the work. This is just holding it steady. So I move it from my shoulder, not my wrist, and not from my elbow, my whole shoulder, okay? So if I put my little finger out, you can watch my little finger, and I'm gonna slowly lower it till it touches, and then I am not doing that right. Aren't you glad? All right, so let me roll it. So I'm trying to move my hand and make it good for you, but look, I'm gonna make circles till it lowers, and if I'm up on the tip of that brush, I can go on and on and on. All right, so you don't want to fold. I've got one fold there, but 1, 2, 3. See all the folds? I did that on purpose so I could show you. Okay, so now look, make circles, slowly lower it. When you hit here, you've got to pull it out away so your finger doesn't go back over this. Okay, you got to pull it. Now, let me show you what happens. If you don't, watch this. I want to take my finger across, and we make a mess, right? So I go into my flowers, and I pull it out, and then I make my circles, okay? Now, it's easier to pull your circles out this way. So I can't do this real slow like I try to do because you won't see what I'm trying to do. but I go 1, 2, 3. So watch. 1, 2, 3. Then I reverse direction and do a couple little ones. And then that's how you get tendrils. All right. Now, another way to do it, if you're like, okay, you need to practice this, but you don't have to stress over it. I have lots of people that I start them out with. If you get this the right consistency, then you just touch here and you can do an easy wave. You can pull out and just do a wave out of your flower arrangement or off your vine. All right. That's ugly. All right, so these are all the ones we don't want to do. I like to do that when I show you the picture so you don't think, oh, that was good. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, reverse direction, a couple little ones. All right. Now also, this needs practice, practice, practice. I have many people that do this, and I want you to see, because this is not a good thing. They go like this all over their piece. And they think just as long as it's big loops, it's good. It's not good. All right. This is what you want. You want to curl like this. You want one of these or one of these. See, that's good, good, good. All right. And this one's good. So the other thing that happens is I want you to see when I do a butterfly, I lay this down and my little finger pulls me and I lift. So watch again. Let's go close so you don't see all this other stuff. Let me move it way up here so maybe you won't see all the other stuff. Okay, so I take my little finger, I use the thick paint, not really super inky. And then I pull my little finger and it gives me the curl if I want the curl. All right, now the butterfly body can go this way or this way. Now I do make it a little inky for this. The antennas, I touch and then I lift. So when you touch, you might get a little puddle there and then I lift across that. So touch, lift, touch, lift. All right, so I also have done touch and pull, touch and pull. So it depends on what kind of antennas you want. So that's your liner also. All right. So I just want you to see that we can also, just a quick little lesson, but there's a lot in it for you. I can take and make my grass on a little project. Okay. So you can do light and airy, or you can do heavier. See, I can lay it heavier. I also use this on a bumblebee. I do the little stripes like this. And that's thicker paint. So see, I do little stripes. And here's his tail. And there's his head's way up here. Okay, so when I do that though, I can sputter. I can make a tail trail like that, or I can go like this, all with a liner. All right, and dragonflies, I do the same thing. I do work with the dragonflies with this liner. All right, so I don't want to overwhelm you, but I do want to show you the difference in painting and stroking. Okay, so right there we go. All right. Now, I say I have a painting and I feel like, oh, I can't see the difference in my petals. It's like, this is kind of cattywampus. It's just okay. This is a little muddy. Well, I have a little trick and it's kind of like a color book look. But I want to share something with you. If I went around this petal and I made it solid all the way around the petal, the same width, I'm going slow and I'm taking a marker to go around it. The difference in what I'm going to do is, I'll turn this so I can get to it. All right. I want to roll this and then I'm going to come here and I am going to lift as I come up. So I might have started here, but I am not the same width the whole time. All right, and one of the best ways to show you this, so it's kind of sloppy, and then I do these little strokes here. So like I touch, pull, touch, pull. All right, and it's supposed to be loose, loosey-goosey, loose. So that's hard for many people who are perfectionists. Now watch, this is what I'm going to show you. This shows you better than that. Is then I'm going to wiggle and I stand up. And I'm not trying to cover it exactly. All right. More paint. So I come around, lift, come around, lift. So what I'm showing you is I push heavy and I lift. So you don't have it solid the same width all the way around. All right, I've got a lot of stuff on here. All right, one last thing I want to show you is I do lashes and eyes. Now here's an eyebrow, little teeny, just really thin little. I don't do black. I like to use a medium brown. So it's really light and easy. Okay, or I just do a little slash with a push and lift. Nah, smaller. With a snowman. But then I want to show you when you do lashes, you're pushing, you're dragging little, push, lift, 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 and you get a pull. And you can curl these down here. Okay, and then I can re-stroke over that. All right, or here's an upper lid. And I can come in here with a little center, and here's the bottom lid. And sometimes I can pull little teeny little strokes from here, but not the whole thing, just a little bit, guys. Then I'm going to come here. Now watch what happens. I'm grabbing this and I'm pulling up. So I'm sliding along here and pulling. Okay, so I'll come in here and I'll just get some little bits, all right? See, I spaced it. And then what I'm going to do is I come in here and fill them in with just the very tip of this brush. All right, and then it's really easy to go here and clean it up again. I say it's easy. There it is. Okay, all right. So this is the key. This is how many people do. Now I have a cutesy face for little girls that I do this, but I want you to see that we don't want this. This is what many people do, is they make straight lines or they curve it like this, big curves, like that. So this is wrong, okay? So the difference is fluffy. And never do black, do browns, okay? So that's a little bit of liner work. Practice all of this for me, okay? This right here is a good job of homework right here. Right here, all the script liner work. Got it? And up there is the other, what I just taught you. All right, so there we go. So I hope you have a good day. I hope you spend some of the weekend working on your practice sheets, and I hope you share them. I'd love for you to share them on Donna Dewberry's official One Stroke group on Facebook. All right, see you next week.